legendary and unsung force in the world of entertainment, recently passed away. Her name was Judy Henske. In her prime, she was nationally known as Queen of the Beatniks. She commanded the stage like no other. She was around 6 feet tall, sang like Janis Joplin before Janis Joplin sang like Janis Joplin, and was funny. Best-selling author Andrew Vax once wrote, "If Linda Ronstadt is a torch singer, Judy Henske is a flamethrower." Welcome to Wisconsinology on Music, a collaboration with 91.1 The Avenue and Wisconsinology.com. Like Seymour Cray, the father of the supercomputer, Judy Henske was born and raised in Chippewa Falls, Wisconsin. As a child, Judy was not interested in dolls or pretty dresses. She had a craving for books, as many as possible, music, and muskie fishing on the Chippewa flowage with her father. After high school and some college, she headed to the West Coast in 1959. She arrived in the midst of the great folk scare of that era, and in her unique way, she jumped right in. Her first big break came in 1961, when she joined the first and maybe only folk-era supergroup, the Whiskey Hill Singers, a band formed by former Kingston Trio founding member Dave Guard. They released one album, performed on the soundtrack of How the West Was Won, a major Hollywood blockbuster. However, the band dissolved within a year. Judy relaunched as a solo act and worked the cabaret scene in New York City. It was here that her act as a singer and comedian
This is a song
took off.
that was taught to me in high school by a dear friend of mine, my music teacher, who is now in jail, which is the only thing that makes this a legitimate folk song. It's true. You can sing anything that was written by somebody who's in jail and everybody thinks that's really hip. Boy, that's wild. Is he really in jail? Okay, then you can sing it.
Judy's big year was 1963. She appeared on the live series Hootenanny for ABC television, was a featured guest on The Judy Garland Show on CBS, and stole an MGM folk-sploitation movie called Hootenanny Hoot.
Hi there, kids. This is a murder ballad.
In late 1963, Judy released High Flying Bird, a song she'd be associated with for the rest of her life. High Flying Bird was very influential. Many have claimed that it was the first folk rock recording ever. From Jefferson Airplane to Stephen Stills, cover versions appeared everywhere. But Judy owned it.
And I wonder, does he look down as he flies on by? Oh, he's riding on the air so easy in the sky. But Lord, look at me here. Oh, I'm rooted like a tree here. I got the sit down, can't cry. Oh, Lord, I'm gonna die blue.
In the late 60s and 70s, Judy concentrated on songwriting, collaborating with her second husband, session keyboardist Chris Durgee. She wrote songs for Crosby, Stills and Nash, Johnny Holiday, Bette Midler, Three Dog Night, and many others. The 2000s found Judy Henske back singing and better than ever. Her 2005 swing through the San Francisco Bay Area was marked by accolades and much rediscovery. Among attendees at a much celebrated show in Mill Valley, California, was Bonnie Raitt, who, after singing on stage with Judy, sent a note of thanks to Judy's manager. I quote, "Judy is a monster. I've wanted to see her all my life. She is my favorite, and there is no one better." For 91.1 The Avenue and Wisconsinology.com, I'm Frank Anderson.
Wisconsinology on Music is presented by a grant from the Bright Idea Fund from the Community Foundation for the Fox Valley Region, a supporting partner of The Avenue.